Good afternoon, Vallejo. This is VCAT, the Vallejo Community Access Television, your hometown television station. This program is called the Community Forum, and we are ambassadors in promoting the positive image and progress of the city of Vallejo. And this includes the positive projection of the educational, government, and business communities of Vallejo. I'm your host, Maria Bitagon. Vallejo just staged very recently the State of the City of Vallejo, sponsored by the Vallejo Chamber of Commerce. And today, I am so excited to present to you our guest, the mayor of the city of Vallejo, the most diverse city in the world. And we will feel through the mayor's participation today and the excitement and his sincere feelings as mayor of the city of Vallejo. Help me welcome Mayor Bob Sampayan, and let us hear from him. Mayor Sampayan?
Well, thank you, Maria. It's truly an honor to be on your show. This show expresses what we as a community do, and you bring this to all of us. So it is really exciting for me to be here to tell you what's going on with our community. Great. And where we're looking at going in the next year or two. So I know you have a series of questions for me. Let's go ahead and begin.
Oh, okay. He's ready. So now I'm talking about the great annual State of the City address. I always follow it because you have been consistent for the last years about addressing the city as to what is the situation in our city. And it was held on February 19, 2020, this year. I understand it was sponsored by the Vallejo Chamber of Commerce. Was the public involved?
Well, yes and no.
Yeah.
First of all, the State of the City is sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you.
And as such, it becomes a fundraiser for their organization.
That's right.
Hence, they charge admission for it because you receive a very nice meal. This year it was done by Provisions.
Oh, wow.
And it was
great.
Really an over-the-top meal. And then we all participate in the State of the City. And that's when I give my address to the visiting people that are involved so that they can hear what is going on within our city. This year we had almost 300 people come to the event. We filled the Dan Foley Center.
Yes.
And our city manager, Greg Nyhoff, and I fielded questions at the end of my address.
Oh, that is so great. So, will you be doing another State of the City for our residents?
Absolutely, I will.
Yes.
I've been asked by members of the community if I would do a State of the City address.
Great.
And my response to that is absolutely. If that is what you would like, yes, we can do that. And my intent is to do the exact same presentation at, say, the Joseph Room.
Yes.
Or we could do it in the council chambers.
That's
with
right.
the same videos, with the same music, and the exact same speech.
That's
so that those that could not come, because this was held at 12 noon
Yes.
on a weekday,
Lunchtime.
the majority of people are at work.
Yes.
This will be done in the late afternoon, early evening, so that those residents that wish to come down will be able to do so. I'll be advertising that not only in the local press, but through this TV station, as well as social media.
But it was the State of the City that was held at Dan Foley was very well advertised also.
Yes, it was.
Yes, because nobody could miss it.
Yeah.
Because
Correct.
the advertisement. How so it's 2019 and now it's 2020. So how has our city progressed over the years?
Wow.
Yes, that's a whole bunch of things to cover.
It has been phenomenal. We have become a city of action.
Great.
It has been, in the past, we were a city of words. We were a city of hope. But now we're a city of action. There is a lot that is going on that is being recognized nationally. So I'm going to give you some of the facts that we've gathered regarding this action that the city of Vallejo has been involved in. First and foremost, the California State Auditor released a report in 2019 entitled Fiscal Health of California Cities. And Vallejo received a quote, moderate risk rating, which ranked better than 75 California cities, including, and this is what's really exciting.
Okay.
We ranked better than San Diego,
Okay.
Sacramento,
Okay.
Petaluma, Oakland, Los Angeles, Monterey,
Wow.
Richmond, Anaheim, Riverside, Fremont, San Jose, and Modesto. So these communities are large communities,
That's right.
but we rank better than them in fiscal health. What does that tell you? It shows that we're doing the right things to move our city forward in the right direction with economic development and enhancements for our residents. So, and that source again comes from the California State Auditor's Office. So we didn't make up those stats. It came from the state.
That's right. That is so great because I think all of the things that are happening at Mare Island, sometimes it's done very quietly,
Right.
but it's very progressive.
It is. It is,
So-
and that shows too the unemployment rate that we have. Vallejo has held steady at 3.8%, which is a 25-year low. And we're tracking below the state's unemployment rate, with the total number of jobs in Vallejo increasing well over 3,600 gross, with full-time employees garnering 1,700 since January of 2017. And jobs are on an upswing in our community, and they will continue to be in an upswing, in particular on Mare Island, because of the developments that we have. So we'll talk a little bit more about that later, and the source for that is the California Economic Development Department.
Wow.
So they're tracking all...
So this is on record.
Right, absolutely correct. Higher paying jobs, Vallejo has ranked number 6 in the country for cities with the highest paying jobs by sector. And sector means jobs such as medical, administrative, and buildings and trades.
Okay.
So number 6 is not bad at all.
I don't think so.
We're doing very well in attracting people, and we are paying
Good money.
very, very well. They're good, sustainable wage.
Okay.
And the source for that is the U.S. News and World Report.
Great.
And another interesting fact is that Vallejo and Fairfield metropolitan area has ranked number 17 of the richest in the United States in terms of median household income.
Wow.
Number 17. That is not bad. And the
That's not
source was USA Today. So they've been tracking this. And again, it goes to where we, the city, is moving to. And then we talk about quality of life, Maria.
That's right.
That's huge for me. Quality of life is something that I really believe in for our residents, because if you don't have good quality of life, you don't have a community. And people believe in having that quality where they can go out, they can shop, they can eat, and feel comfortable in their town. And that's what we're starting to see. And we've been profiled as a model city for our bold vision, and our approach to social offerings, and our openness and aesthetics. And the source for that was Front Porch Republic, which tracks those kinds of issues. Vallejo has also been recognized, as you said earlier, the most diverse city in the Bay Area. And the source for that was the San Francisco Chronicle.
Yes.
We're receiving statewide coverage of our real estate market, and the source was CBS. Cal Maritime, and we talked about education earlier, ranked 16th in the United States for paying off the most
Yes.
after graduation. So, wow, that in compared with tuition costs, it stacks up really high. And Thoreau University,
Yes.
they're increasing their enrollment and housing so that they can bring in more students and expand their programs. And the source for that was the provost of Thoreau, Shelley Barkley. And so, that being said, we are moving rapidly forward. Now,
Good.
one of the things you asked me earlier on
Yes.
was Mare Island. What
Yes.
are we doing with Mare Island?
Yes.
That has been our gem for the city of Vallejo. Before I go into all that, the Chronicle, San Francisco Chronicle, said that the purchase of Mare Island by the Nimitz Group is now the, quote, Bay Area mega project. And that's in the Chronicle. And that's a quote from them. middle of last year, the chief economic advisor to Governor Newsom, Mr. Lenny Mendoza, visited Mare Island. He toured the businesses, and I spent time with him as we did this tour. He called us the poster child of California's opportunity zones, that we outdo any other community in the state. It was Fresno for opportunity zones, valley communities because of the agriculture, but we have 6 opportunity zones here in Vallejo that are allowing tax credits for the type of businesses that are coming to town. And that just drives up our economic development.
Great.
As you've seen. And that was through, not just I heard it my own ears, but it also comes from the North Bay Business Journal. They also list Mare Island and the millions of dollars invested in Factory OS and IMOD structures as the Bay Area's top economic story for 2019. So Factory OS, which builds the modular homes, as well as IMOD structures, which builds metal prefabricated structures, are doing such a phenomenal job in their products that they are moving all kinds of things forward. And we are huge in terms of investment. Huge in terms of investment. Fox News featured a story about Mare Island brewing and the growing craft industry.
Yeah.
That's big. Yeah, we also have Vino Godfather
Yes.
wines out there. We have Savage and Cook distilleries. So that is expanding also, and that's coming off with a big name for Mare Island. Again, Factory, I talked very quickly about Factory OS. They completed a construction project in Oakland in just 10 days, and they are continuing to sell their modular homes, not just throughout the Bay Area, but throughout California. If you visit Mare Island, you'll see these white plastic wrap boxes. Those are the modular homes, and there's hundreds of them. Those are all sold, and as quickly as they're trucking them out, they're bringing more out of the factory that will soon be trucked out to new sites.
Great.
Lastly, I want to touch very quickly about the 4th leg of the economic development stool of Mare Island. 4 legs to a stool. 1 is City of Vallejo. 2 is Nimitz Group, the folks that bought the island from Lennar. HOK, which is the world-class architectural firm. And now they have a developer. The developer is called Southern Lands Company. They're based out of Nashville, Tennessee. They are privately held. They build absolutely phenomenal structures, businesses, homes, all over the country. They have almost $15 million in projects currently around the country. So that's huge. And now we have them on Mare Island developing with the other partners. So again, the 4th leg of the stool is important, and I'm so proud of that. So that being said, we're really excited about where we're going. We have a lot to celebrate.
Okay.
We're moving forward. And you asked about employment?
Yes.
Well, that's where it's going to happen. We are moving a lot of employment forward on Mare Island. And in my conversation with the principals of the Nimitz Group, the principals of Southern Lands, they have assured me that they are going to look first at Vallejo residents for employment opportunities. They want to be able to bring people from our community over to Mare Island to work. They want to offer job training for those that may not be college bound. They want to work with our schools.
Good.
To give young people that opportunity for that first job in a sustainable environment.
Great.
So this is truly exciting for me.
Yes. So you have probably answered part of it, but I'm going to ask you again the question. You spoke about Mare Island and its tremendous development.
Yes.
Do you expect to see, and you told me already, expect to see more jobs, building, and if so, will they be for our local residents?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
What is happening on Mare Island now with the development, the building that they're
Yes.
putting in? The businesses there, the current businesses, are hiring local people. Let me give you an example. Mare Island Dry Dock.
Yes.
Right now they have just a little over 200 plus employees.
They're very stable.
They are a very stable company that is expanding. If you
Christina
look across the
is name.
water at Mare Island Dry Docks, you see ships there every day, different ships every week or every month that are coming in. They have contracts with not only the government, but with shipping companies from around the country
Yes.
that bring their vessels there for repair. They need the manpower. They hire local people to do the jobs. It doesn't have to be perfectly skilled labor because they will train you to do the jobs.
Great.
Factory OS, it's a union shop, carpenters union, but the majority of the people that are working there are Vallejo residents.
Really, that's
And
great.
what is exciting, Maria, they have programs to help their employees get their GED, get their high school diploma, also to get their 2-year college degree, if that's what they want to do. But those are the programs they have, and these businesses are paying sustainable wage with benefits and retirement.
They can pay the rent.
They can pay the rent.
Yes.
And they
Okay,
can buy
that's
food.
great.
Food on the
Buy
table.
food, put on the table.
But that's happening
important.
with businesses all over Mare Island. The
Okay.
Chrysler Corporation,
Yes.
which is Bill Chrysler builds very specific type buildings, and his big project now is one for a movie company down in LA. So that's being built on Mare Island. Alstom Railroad, who repairs and rebuilds train cars. The Rocky Mountaineer Railroad. This is one I'm very proud of. You see it on TV. They advertise this all the time. The Rocky Mountain Railroad train
Yes,
cars.
yes.
And the tours over the Canadian Rockies. Those train cars that you see in that TV commercial, they're made in Vallejo.
Wow.
They're made in Vallejo. So that's exciting for me. And
Okay.
they, again, employ Vallejoans. Skilled labor that comes from Vallejo.
That's great.
And as the expansion continues, those are the people that are coming to work on the island. So it's sustainable employment with benefits and retirement.
Okay. So I'm so happy about all of that. So everywhere I turn around, there you are. I'm especially proud of your involvement with the Sister City organization. They are so proud of your cooperation and support. Could you talk a little bit? Because when I saw you there, you and Ramona are all over the place. He went there, she went there, then they came together again. Then there's a whole bunch of picture taking. But you know, it's mostly the people from, from the country that we are a sister city with. They are very happy about your participation. Could you talk a little bit more about your participation there?
Well, first of all, Sister Cities is something that is very near and dear to my heart. The purpose of Sister Cities was through late President Eisenhower, who wanted communities that were within different countries to come together, to meet each other, to talk, to become friends, because with that, it could prevent war, it could prevent conflict. If people sat down, broke bread, and spoke, the hope was it would prevent conflict. And what we're seeing is that it works. Vallejo has 7 sister cities, and it's exciting to see that. They're all over the world, but from the Philippines to Japan to Korea to South Africa to Europe. We have sister cities. Italy, yeah. We have sister cities. And it's that positive interaction, it's that positive conversation that people like. When I go to these events, Maria, it puts a smile on my face when I get to meet folks from other countries. And we get to talk about our cultures. And we talk about why we as people need to coexist in harmony. I love that.
Yeah.
And it means a lot to me. So that's why, as a mayor, as a resident of Vallejo, as an American, I truly believe in the Sister Cities program. we as a community need to embrace and celebrate this process, because what it does is it brings us all together. It brings us and our communities together where we can interact and be at peace. That's what's exciting.
Okay. So now we have talked about progress in business, in government, and also with the different schools that we have as a college town, and the business that from Lennar to Nimitz, and also all of the developments at Mare Island Naval Shipyard. Let us take a look and be serious at what we're facing now about coronavirus.
Okay. COVID-19 is a pandemic. It's been declared a pandemic by not only the World Health Organization, but by the CDC. We, the City of Vallejo, are concerned for the health and safety of our residents, and we want to ensure that we, as a city government, provide the most up-to-date information we can to the public. Staff is monitoring not only the CDC, but county public health, state public health, and we meet on this daily to discuss anything that may have changed in terms of the numbers so that we can get that information out quickly to our residents. A little later today, I'll be doing a public service announcement that talks about what our actions are. And I can briefly state them here. I think it's very important to know that first, the numbers for the contagiousness of this disease are relatively low. It's running about 50 million to 1.
Okay.
So those numbers are pretty low, and that comes from the CDC. Death is running about 11 million to 1. In other words, for every 11 million people, one person may pass. But what the CDC has been informing us of, as well as Solano County Public Health, is that the deaths are occurring with people who are currently ill. In other words, they had an illness prior to coming in contact with COVID-19. Hence, how do we prevent this? How do we stop this from happening? We need to take some very, very simple precautions. The everyday things of washing your hands for 20 seconds with soap and water, to, if you're going to sneeze or you're going to cough, to cover your mouth and nose with a tissue or sneeze into your sleeve, to use that 6-foot social space that people have been talking about, to being careful of how you shake hands. Today, when you and I talked to each other and I met with your staff, we bumped elbows, we tapped fists. Right
we
now,
spray each other with some Lysol.
I know that staff gave you some
Lysol, some
hand sanitizer.
Yes.
So it's really important that we follow these very, very simple precautions. I know that right now there are a lot of people that are concerned about this being as contagious as it is. We need to follow what is being requested of us. Go to the city website, cityofvallejo.net, or www.solanocounty.com, and look at what our agencies are saying. Also, look at the CDC. And we will beat this. We will beat this.
So you're going to rush to the next meeting and it's going to be this subject.
That's exactly correct.
So I guess that's what the mayor does. But before I let go this mayor,
okay,
I would like to ask him to talk to the citizens of Vallejo and talk about your general feeling and how you could get their help in helping the city, in helping the mayor and helping the city, the council person. How can they help you so that our city will be one of the greatest city, and also because our progress is very silently manifested, but we are not drowning. We're just feeling fantastic, and there is significant progress. Could you please ask and face the city of Vallejo, your constituent, and ask for their help, and also tell them what you're doing and how they could get and reach you when they help you.
The biggest thing that I would like to see our citizens do is celebrate Vallejo. Be proud that you are a Vallejoan. Don't be negative about our community. Celebrate who we are. Celebrate our diversity. Be proud to say, I live in Vallejo, instead of saying, yeah, I live in the North Bay or I live in the Bay Area. I live in Vallejo. Shop Vallejo. Keep Vallejo clean. You know, nothing is more saddening than to be behind a person in a line of traffic and see them throw their soda out the window, cup and all. That is just so offensive. You're trashing our town. But the biggest thing you can do is volunteer. Come down to City Hall. Say that you can do certain projects. You can be a part of one of the commissions or boards. You can go out on trash pickups. You can go out and help the unsheltered and homeless. So many, many things you can do. If you wish, please call me and we can talk about it. My office is always open. I'm on the first floor of City Hall. My office is open 5 days a week. And you can always call me at area code 707-648-4377. Again, that's 648-4377. And I'll get back to you. Or you can email me at bob.sampayan@cityofvallejo.net. So please celebrate our town. Be proud to be a Vallejoan and enjoy our city.
I want to thank you for coming today, and I want to thank you for discussing about the annual State of the City address. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the Chamber of Commerce, but I'm also excited about the government and also the educational institution of Vallejo. So, and since you covered all of that, I am very happy. So thank you very much. And if there is anything that VCAT can do, because as I have told you, we're going to be the ambassadors for whatever you want to be progressive, to be successful, because we love to help the city of Vallejo.
And I can't thank you enough. I can't thank you enough, Maria.
Thank you very
so
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.